Hi, David Grieve here. In the last couple of videos we've touched on habits and routines. First of all, the morning routine. Secondly, we spoke a little bit about your daily routines and how you can make some little changes that will make a positive impact on your positive attitude and your stress levels throughout the ordinary day. Any of the advice that I'm given a very generic situation. So if your situation is slightly different, just take some of it as food for thought on how you can maybe change little habits and routines to help you build up more positivity and more better energy for your day so that you enjoy yourself and be a bit more content in the normal day-to-day life, because it is tiring and it is tough for most people. This one I want to touch on evening habits and routines. So you've got yourself through the day, you've given yourself some space, you've now turned home and you're in a good space ready to receive your family, which having 3 children and a busy family, I understand how stressful and easy it is to say that and how difficult it feels sometimes to implement it. But once we start changing these routines and habits, these sort of things do get easier, they do get better, and they do get more enjoyable. So your evening, the one thing I will say is make some time and be intentional about uninterrupted dinner time, especially with children or with your loved ones if you're sitting there. Again, I know everybody's schedule is quite different, but if you are somebody who goes home and you have your dinner every night, don't have telephones, don't have iPads, don't answer the door, don't have phone calls. Do your best to make it an uninterrupted space where you can actually be in everybody's company and enjoy that time, and force the time on if nobody wants it initially, because the more you do it, the more that the family and everybody actually starts to enjoy it and looks forward to that time together. One of the things that we've lost in our society now is being quite intentional about making that specific time to have these discussions about our day and where we are, and it helps build our communication levels, it helps us understand each other a bit better, and it actually reduces a lot of our stress when we have these trusted and informal and relaxed communications with each other. This sounds a bit obvious again, but prepare yourself for the next morning. If you're somebody who is currently getting up late and running around and having to iron your trousers before you go, or your shirt's in the washing, spend 15 minutes the night before. Just get your shit organised for the next day. Set yourself up for an easy morning, get yourself up early and do your routine. You can't do that if you've still got ironing to do, bags to pack and everything else. So take 15 minutes out your day. Forget about whatever soap's on the TV or whatever it is. Get yourself fixed. And when you're doing that, have a think about the things that are holding you in a grey zone, all the little tasks that you keep putting off, all the little chores that need to get done around the place, all the paperwork that you were supposed to fill in, the bill that you were supposed to look out and pay. Take 30 minutes out of that evening hours and just put it on a table, get it marked off, get it off your list. Or if the first night is just make a list of the things you've got to do, all the little stuff that always builds up in everybody's life that we just don't seem to have the time or the patience or the desire to go and do. All these little things build up a lot of grey zone, and when we have that grey zone, it's hard to concentrate and move forward and focus on the goals that we want to achieve, because we've got all this noise over here and all these things that we need to do, and we can't start this because we've got to do this. That's why we get distracted a lot. So try and get that grey zone cleaned out as often and as much as possible, and that'll help you actually put some time aside for working towards your goals. Now, talking about your goals, if you have got things you're working towards, whether you're building a business in your spare time outside of work, which a lot of people are doing nowadays, whether you're working on a small project, whether it's your children's school project you want to work on with them, make sure you put time aside to do that. Get away from the TV, sit and do this stuff. It's much more important. Emmerdale, Coronation Street, all these other programmes, whatever they are, it's just a programme on the TV. You can have a smash out one day and catch up. The next one, and again, it sounds very obvious, but get an early night. Don't sit in front of that box for 5 or 6 hours. Avoid the news in the evening as well. Try and avoid any negativity, anything that brings any negativity, anything that's got a negative motion or negative direction. Avoid it in the evenings. Take some time, spend it with your children if it's bedtime that you normally do. Take some time to read to them, take some time to read for yourself, maybe it's some interest or hobby that you've got, do some reading up on it, spend 20 minutes, half an hour, just take in some of that stuff that you're interested in. I tend to listen to a lot of audiobooks. I've generally got stuff that I'm working on that I want to prepare for the next day. I don't tend to spend much time on the TV in the evenings. It helps me stay productive, and I find the times that I have lapsed and went onto the TV, 2 hours pass by, and then there's a lot of resentment because you haven't actually progressed the things that you wanted to work on. So try and avoid that 3-4 hours or 3 hours in front of the TV at the night time. Get an early night. You know, don't spend any time on your mobile, I would say up to an hour before you go to sleep. Try and avoid it. Try and stay away from your device for at least an hour before you go to sleep. No eating, no snacking, 2 to 3 hours before you go to sleep again. Try and, maybe if you snack, have a quick snack after your dinner and then leave it for the rest of the night. Take some plenty of water in those last couple of hours, but not too much that you're up too many times during the evening. And then the last one, and it's certainly not the least effective, whether you're religious or not, give thanks for everything that you've received. Give thanks for what you've received that day, but also give thanks for what you're about to receive the following day. You are going to receive the following day. You're going to wake up, you're going to be with your children, or you're going to go after it, you're going to go after your goals. If you've got ambitions, think about what those goals and ambitions are. Be thankful for where you are, for what you've got until today. There's always something that we've got we can be thankful for, and be thankful for what you're about to receive tomorrow. Trust me, if you just put some of this in place, you will start to see a difference in your environment, your immediate surroundings, your positive mental attitude, and your overall energy levels. I hope this serves you today. I'll say bye for now. I'll see you in the next video. And as always, reach out to your loved ones, let them know how much you love and care.